art of the small things, who have not conscious chyme in your stomach, who have not acquired the art of good eating. January 29th. As I read over now and then what I have written of my Portrayal, I have alternate periods of hope and despair. At times I think I am succeeding admirably, and again, what I have written compared to what I have felt seems vapid and tame. Who has not felt the futility of words when one would express feelings? I take this hope and despair as another mark of genius. Genius, apart from natural sensitiveness, is prone equally to unreasoning joy and to bitterest morbidness. I am more than fond of writing, though I have hours when I cannot write any more than I could paint a picture or play Wagner as it should be played. I think my style of writing has a wonderful intensity in it, and it is admirably suited to the creature it portrays. What sort of Portrayal of myself would I produce if I wrote with the long, elaborate periods of Henry James, or with the pleasant, ladylike phrasing of Howells? It would be rather like a little tin phonograph, trolling out flowery poetry at breakneck speed, or like a deep-toned church organ pouring forth goo-goo eyes with ponderous feeling. When I read a book I study it carefully to find whether the author knows things, and whether I could, with the same subject, write a better one myself. The latter question I usually decide in the affirmative. The highest thing one can do in literature is to succeed in saying that thing which one meant to say. There is nothing better than that. To make the world see your thoughts as you see them. Eugene Field and Edgar Allan Poe and Robert Louis Stevenson and Charles Dickens, among others, have succeeded in doing this. They impress the world with a sense of their courage and realness. There are people who have written books which did not impress the world in this way, but which nevertheless came out of the feeling and fullness of zealous hearts. Always I think of that pathetic, artless little old-fashioned thing, Jane Eyre, as a picture shown to a world seeing with distorted vision. Charlotte Brontë meant one thing when she wrote the book, and the world after a time suddenly understood a quite different thing, and heaped praise and applause upon her therefore. When I read the book I was not quite able to see just what the message was that the Brontë intended to send out. But I saw that there was a message, of bravery perhaps, or of that good which may come out of Nazareth. But the world that praised and applauded and gave her money seems totally to have missed it. It takes centuries of tears and piety and mourning to move this world a tiny bit. But still it will give you praise and applause and money if you will prostitute your sensibilities and emotions for the gratification of it. I have no message to hide in a book and send out. I am writing a Portrayal. But a Portrayal is also a thing that may be misunderstood. January 30th. An idle brain is the devil's workshop, they say. It is an absurdly incongruous statement. If the devil is at work in a brain, it certainly is not idle. And when one considers how brilliant a personage the devil is, and what very fine work he turns out, it becomes an open question whether he would have the slightest use for most of the idle brains that cumber the earth. But after all, the devil is so clever that he could produce unexcelled workmanship with even the poorest tools. My brain is one kind of devil's workshop, and it is as incessantly hard-worked and always busy a one as you could imagine. It is a devil's workshop indeed, only I do the work myself. But there is a mental telegraphy between the devil and me, which accounts for the fact that many of my ideas are so wonderfully groomed and perfumed and colored. I take no credit to myself for this, though, as I say, I do the work myself. I try always to give the devil his due, and particularly in this Portrayal. There are very few who give the devil his due in this world of hypocrites. I never think of the devil as that atrocious creature in red tights, with cloven hooves and a tail and a two-tined fork. I think of him rather as an extremely fascinating, strong, steel-willed person in conventional clothes. A man with whom to fall completely, madly in love. I rather think, I believe, that he is incarnate at times. Why not? Periodically I fall completely, madly in love with the Devil. He is so fascinating, so strong. So strong, exactly the sort of man whom my wooden heart awaits. I would like to throw myself at his head. I would make him a dear little wife. He would love me. He would love me. I would be in raptures. And I would love him, oh, madly, madly. "What would you have me do, little MacLane?" the Devil would say. "I would have you conquer me, crush me, know me," I would answer. "And what shall I say to you?" the Devil would ask. "Say to me, 'I love you, I love you, I love you,' in your strong, steel, fascinating voice. Say it to me often, always, a million times." "What would you have me do, little MacLane?" he would say. I would answer, "Hurt me, burn me, consume me with hot love. Shake me violently, embrace me hard, hard in your strong steel arms. Kiss me with wonderful burning kisses. Press your lips to mine with passion, and your soul and mine would meet then in an anguish of joy for me." How shall I treat you, little MacLane? Treat me cruelly, brutally. How long shall I stay with you? Through the life everlasting. It will be as one day, or for one day it will be as the life everlasting. "And what kind of children will you bear me, little MacLane?" he would say. "I will bear wonderful, beautiful children with great pain." "But you hate pain," the Devil will say. "And when you are in your pain you will hate me." "But no," I will answer. "Pain that comes of you whom I love will be ineffable exaltation." "And how will you treat me, little MacLane?" "I will cast myself at your feet, or I will minister to you with divine tenderness, or I will charm you with fantastic deviltry. When you weep I will melt into tears. When you rejoice I will go wild with delight. When you go deaf I will stop my ears. When you go blind I will put out my eyes. When you go lame I will cut off my legs. Oh, I will be divinely dear, unutterably sweet." "Indeed, you are rarely sweet," the Devil will say, and I will be in transports. Oh, Devil, Devil, Devil! Oh, misery, misery of nothingness! The days are long, long and very weary as I await the Devil's coming. End of Part 5.